A very good morning to one and all gathered here for this auspicious occasion of lamp lighting ceremony. Now, I request Principal Professor Pradeepa M. to escort the dignitaries to the dais.
We have amongst us Chief Guest Dr. Raja A., Principal, Unity Academy of Education, College of Nursing, Mangalore; Professor Pradeepa M., Principal, Srinivas Institute of Nursing Sciences and A. Shamarao Nursing School; Professor Shanti Renita Moras, HOD OBG Department; Professor Roshan B., HOD Pediatric Department; and Assistant Professor Jayaprakash CS, HOD MHN Department to this program.
Every nurse was drawn to nursing because of a desire to care, to serve, or to help. As nurses, we have to dedicate ourselves to the humanity, inspiring others to do so. Here comes our dear students of 22nd batch of B.SC Nursing and 20th batch of GNM course. Prayer is not for someone to listen, but it is to strengthen your faith in God. So here comes our B.SC Nursing students to invoke God's presence, happiness and peace for the success of this day through a prayer song.
ಭಾವದೆಲೆಯಲಿ ಶಾರದೆ ಗಾನ ರಾಗ ಹೊಮ್ಮಲು ಶಾರದೆ ನಾಮ ಹೃದಯ ಹಾಡಿತು ಶಾರದೆ ಗಾನ ಶಾರದೆ ಗಾನ ಶೃಂಗೇರಿಯ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಶಾರದೆ ಗಾನ ರಾಗ ಹೊಮ್ಮಲು ಶಾರದೆ ನಾಮ ನನ್ನಯ ಮನವಿಂದು ಶಾರದೆ ಸದನ ಹೃದಯ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಬೆಳಗಿಪೆನು ಅವಳಿಗೆ ದಿನನ ನನ್ನಯ ಮನವಿಂದು ಶಾರದೆ ಸದನ ಹೃದಯ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಬೆಳಗಿಪೆನು ಅವಳಿಗೆ ದಿನನ ರೋಮಾಂಚನ ತಾಯಿ ಶಾರದೆ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಶಾರದೆ ಗಾನ ಶೃಂಗೇರಿಯ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಶಾರದೆ ಗಾನ ಶೃಂಗೇರಿಯ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಭಾವದೆಲೆಯಲಿ ಶಾರದೆ ಗಾನ ರಾಗ ಹೊಮ್ಮಲು ಶಾರದೆ ನಾಮ ಹೃದಯ ಹಾಡಿತು ಶಾರದೆ ಗಾನ ಹೃದಯ ಹಾಡಿತು ಶಾರದೆ ಗಾನ ಶಾರದೆ ಗಾನ ಶೃಂಗೇರಿಯ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಶಾರದೆ ಗಾನ ಶೃಂಗೇರಿಯ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಶಾರದೆ ಗಾನ ಶೃಂಗೇರಿಯ ಧ್ಯಾನ.
Thank you, dear students, for invoking God's presence.
A small cheer and great welcome make a merry feast. I request Professor Pradeepa M., Principal, Srinivas Institute of Nursing Sciences and A. Shamarao Nursing School to welcome the gathering.
A smile is the light in your window that tells others that there is a caring, sharing person inside. Respected dignitaries and as students, faculties and parents and guardians who are witnessing this program in online platform and members of media, a pleasant morning to all. It's my privilege to welcome you all to this gracious occasion of lamplighting and vote taking ceremony. I am honored to convey the blessings of Shri Dr. C.A. Raghavendra Rao, Honorable Chancellor of Srinivas University and President A. Shamarao Foundation, Mangalore. Due to his busy schedule, he is not a part of this program. He is a man of many accomplishments. He is a chartered accountant, a leading tax consultant, a successful businessman, industrialist and educationist. Shri Dr. C.A. Raghavendra Rao established A. Shamarao Foundation in 1988 to achieve his aim of transforming society through quality education. He created many prestigious Srinivas group of institutions under the umbrella of A. Shamarao Foundation. Our president, not resting on the success in the field of higher education and charitable activities, his visionary ideas are being transferred to start a private research-focused university called Srinivas University, established in 2013. Presently, Srinivas University offers about 73 plus courses at undergraduate, postgraduate and PhD level. 11 institutes like Srinivas University College of Engineering Technology, Management, Commerce, Allied Health Sciences, Computer Science and Information Science, Aviation Studies, Social Science and Humanitarian Sciences, Hotel Management, Tourism, Physiotherapy, Education, Nursing Sciences, Institute of Yoga, Sanskrit and Research Center. Every year, new innovative courses have been added under the umbrella of Srinivas University. Srinivas University and group of colleges spread over in 4 campuses like Vadachal, Pandeshwar, Mukka and recently in Bangalore. His dedication and excellence in his field makes him a completely reliable person, and hence he has set an example to his clients, staff, students and admirers. With his blessings, we are proceeding this program. We have an inspiring personality, proved as a great leader, Dr. Raja A., Principal, Unity Academy of Education, College of Nursing, Mangalore. We are fortunate to have him as a chief guest of today's program. We extend an affable welcome to you, sir. And on the stage, we have Professor Shanti Renita Morris, HOD of OBG Department. I welcome Shanti Renita Morris. And we have Professor Roshan D, HOD Pediatric Department. I welcome Professor Roshan D. And we have Professor Jaiprakash, HOD of Psychiatric Department. I welcome Professor Jaiprakash. And I welcome today's Center of Attraction first year B.SC and GNM nursing students who are taking oath and officially entering our profession from my depth of my heart. I welcome you all. I welcome the parents and the guardians who are witnessing this program in online platform, and I welcome all the teaching and non-teaching staffs of Srinivas Institute of Nursing Sciences and A. Shamrao Nursing School. Then I welcome the technical team of Srinivas Institute of Technology, and once again I welcome you all to this function. Thank you.
I call upon our principal, Professor Pradeepa M, to florally welcome today's chief guest, Dr. Raja A, Principal, Unity Academy of Education, College of Nursing, Mangalore. I request Mrs. Sunita P, Assistant Professor, MSN Department, to welcome Professor Pradeepa M, Principal, Srinivas Institute of Nursing Sciences and A. Shamrao Nursing School, Mangalore. Now I request Mrs. Angel J, Lecturer, MSN Department, to greet Professor Shanti Morris, HOD, OBG Department. Now I invite Mrs. Philomena Krasta, Lecturer, MSN Department, to florally welcome Professor Roshan B, HOD, Pediatric Department. I call upon Mrs. Amadavali, Lecturer, CHN Department, to greet Assistant Professor Jayaprakash CS, HOD, MHN Department.
When darkness comes, let us not condemn the dark, but light a lamp to illuminate it. So hereby I request the dignitaries on the days and the representatives of first year GNM and B.SC nursing students to inaugurate the ceremony by lighting the lamp.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तुते ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः आरोग्यं देहि पुत्रांश्च मतिं स्वच्छामि मे सदा रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् यस्य तिष्ठे गृहे दीपः तस्य नास्ति दरिद्रता शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमो
Thank you all.
A nurse embodies strength to endure everything. Desire to care, serve or help is what draws individual to nursing. So here comes Mrs. Philomena Krasta, lecturer, MSN department, to highlight on the significance of the day.
Learn to light a candle in the darkest moments of someone's life. Be the light that helps others see. It is what gives life its deepest significance. A very good morning to one and all gathered here. The lamp lighting ceremony in nursing symbolizes the transition of nursing students into the professional realm, drawing inspiration from the legacy of Florence Nightingale, the pioneer of modern nursing. On May 12, 1820, Florence Nightingale was born in Italy. She was the daughter of a wealthy landowner, William Nightingale, who taught her statistics, language, history, and mathematics. Her father provided her reputable education, which was uncommon for Victorian women of the time. At 17, she started to visit sick people at home. In 1851, her father gave her permission to get formally trained as a nurse during the Crimean War that happened between Turkey and Russia. In this war, France and England were helping Turkey from 1854 to 56. After the war, British soldiers in Turkey started to die from cholera and malaria. At that time, Russia and France were having religious sisters to take care of their wounded, while England had only trained men. At that time, Florence Nightingale received a letter of appeal from Minister of War, after which she took 38 nurses with her and went to the hospital where 5 to 6 patients were sharing one room. At night, she used to carry a lamp while taking rounds from room to room to look after her patients. This earned her the affectionate title of the Lady with the Lamp. The lamp lighting ceremony is an auspicious occasion in every nurse's life with reverence to Florence Nightingale. Nursing is the only profession that follows lamp lighting ceremony. Here, light not only symbolizes knowledge, which removes ignorance and is a lasting wealth by which loss could be achieved, but it also signifies the enlightenment, experience, hope, love, comfort, and positivity, driving away from the negativity that darkens everything. The oath taken by every nursing professional signifies the discharge of their duties with complete honesty and integrity and without any discrimination. It is stated that lighting a lamp for someone else can also lighten your path, and there are only 2 ways to distribute the light: by becoming the candle or by reflecting it in a mirror. On this day, I congratulate all the first year B.SC and GNM students. As future nurses, you hold the torch of knowledge and empathy, and I am confident that you will illuminate the path toward healing and well-being for generations to come. May the light of the lamp continue to guide you, inspiring you to embrace the noble calling of nursing with dedication and unwavering commitment. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam.
Florence Nightingale's lamp is an appropriate symbol for nursing because, in a figurative sense, nurses bring light into dark places. Moreover, lamp lighting ceremony is an auspicious occasion in every nurse's life, is held in reverence to Miss Florence Nightingale, the Lady with the Lamp.
This ceremony initiates the students into the noble profession of nursing, where they are adorned in their uniform for the first time. I humbly request our chief guest, Dr. Raja A., Professor Pradeepa M., Principal, Professor Shanti Morris, Professor Roshan B., and Associate Professor Jayaprakash C.S. to light the mother candle from the lamp which is kept in front of Florence Nightingale's picture and pass on the flame to the first year GNM and B.SC nursing students. Now I request Mrs. Anjali, Lecturer MSN Department, and Ms. Renita, Assistant Lecturer FON Department, to hand over the mother candle to the Chief Guest, Principal, Madam and Sir.
Now I invite Mr. Jayaprakash CS, HOD MHN Department, Mrs. Sunita P, Assistant Professor MSN Department, Mrs. Rita, Lecturer MHN Department, and Mrs. Caroline, Lecturer Pediatric Department, to pass over the flame candle to our dear students. sir and madams. An oath is a promise. It is taken when the mind is more attentive, and it is an expression of our commitment for this noble profession. Now, I call upon our chief guest, Dr. Raja A., Principal, Unity Academy of Education, College of Nursing, Mangalore, to administer the oath. I request the students to extend their right hand while taking the oath.
Thanks. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity, to practice my profession faithfully, and to maintain at all times the highest standards of nursing care and of professional conduct. I will respect the religious beliefs of my client and will uphold confidence all personal information and family affairs entrusted to me. I will carry out the physician's order intelligently and loyally. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous, and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drugs. I will devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. I will adhere to the standards of personal and professional ethics, which will reflect credit upon my profession. I will do my utmost to fulfill the fundamental responsibility of a nurse, which is fourfold: to promote and to maintain health, to prevent illness, to restore health, and to alleviate suffering.
Thank you, sir. Now, all the students are requested to hand over the lamps to the volunteers. I request Professor Roshan B., HOD Pediatric Department, to introduce today's chief guest.
Good morning, respected dignitaries on the dais, to one and all present here. As we gather this morning for the revered lamp lighting ceremony, a tradition that honors the legacy of Florence Nightingale and marks the beginning of your journey into the noble profession of nursing. We are especially privileged to introduce a chief guest who beautifully embodies the spirit of care, teaching and innovations. Dr. Professor Raja A., Principal, Unity Academy of Education's College of Nursing, Mangalore, who has warmly accepted our invitations and joined us today. Dr. Raja completed his graduation from the Sacred Heart Nursing College under the MGR Medical University, Chennai in the year of 1992. He completed post-graduations at KMCH College of Nursing, Coimbatore in the year 2002. He did his PhD under the National PhD Consortium by Indian Nursing Council in collaboration with Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences and WHO in the year 2013. Dr. Raja worked as an assistant professor, associate professor and professor at KMCH College of Nursing, Coimbatore from 2002 to 2010. He also worked as a professor cum HOD in Sahyadri College of Nursing, Mangalore from 2010 to 2014. Presently, he is working as a principal at Unity Academy of Education's College of Nursing, Mangalore. Dr. Raja has done 18 research publications in the field of nursing. He also a resource person, chairperson, moderator and judge for the various events and programs conducted by the different colleges. He was PhD research guide in Himalayan University, Arunachal Pradesh and PhD research advisor committee member in Sri Balaji Vidyapith deemed to be University, Pondicherry. He is nominated member for the National Advisory Editorial Board in the International Journal of Nursing Education and also editorial board member and panel reviewer, editor and book reviewer in various national and international journals. Dr. Raja has certification course on various topics like care of acutely unwell patients, ISO internal editors and peripheral vascular assist and laughter yoga teacher conducted by the different institutions and organizations. Dr. Raja was honored and awarded by the various colleges. He got Florence Nightingale Excellence National Award in 2017 from International Institute of Social and Economic Reform, Bangalore, for excellent contribution to the nursing education and research. He also Best Paper Award for the topic of compare the effectiveness of laughter therapy and breathing exercise on pulmonary functions and psychological well-being of the smokers in National Conference Transcend 2013. It's our privilege to have you as our chief guest for today's function. Thank you, sir.
There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, desire to keep going, and determination to finish. It's my privilege to invite our chief guest, Dr. Professor Raja A., Principal, Unity Academy of Education, College of Nursing, Mangalore, to give a valuable message to the young budding nightingales.
Very good morning, one and all. Respected Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor and trustees in their absence. My dear friend, Professor Pradeep, Principal, heads of the various department, faculty members, proud parents, SNA office bearers who are organizing beautifully this program, and twinkling stars of today's celebration, ladies and gentlemen, a cheerful and fantastic morning to all. First and foremost, I would like to thank Srinivas Group of Institution and Professor Pradeep for giving me an opportunity to meet you all and to participate in this auspicious occasion. We all know lamp lighting ceremony is an honor of remembrance and a tribute to the lady with the lamp, Florence Nightingale. Yes, every year we have been celebrating the lamp lighting ceremony, one or other. A special congratulations to the 20th batch of GNM and 22nd batch of B.SC students. What is the real motto? It's only a tradition. It's a regular methodology. What is the ideology? It's for your reflection. Dear students and faculty members, nursing is the only profession celebrating lamp lighting ceremony. At the same time, nursing is the only profession calls their student as nurses. For example, a student who is studying MBBS is called a medical student, is a student. A student who is pursuing an engineering course is called engineering student. Similarly, either maybe veterinary or agriculture or allied health profession like a physiotherapy or pharmacy or whatever may be, they all called pharmacy student, physiotherapy students. Nursing is the only profession we call the student as a, not nursing students, they called as a student nurses. Because either the day one, from the day one itself, as either the first year nurse, as a fresh novice, or as a senior nurse, we are rendering the core of our profession. We are rendering the core. What is our core? The core of our profession is care. So we are rendering the care. Either a 20, 50 year experienced nurse or a novice nurse like you young birds, you are providing a care to the patient. As patient point of view, all collectively called care. So that's what nursing is the only profession calls the student as a student nurse, which means you are basically a nurse but in the form of student. That is the reason we cannot proceed anything with assumption. So that's the reason I request not only seniors, of course all the professionals including teachers, everyone, it's a right opportunity whenever the student renew the oath. Of course we should also, in our mind, in our heart, we should recite and we should renew our oath. Many times once you join first year, there are lots and lots of quality of the nurses would have been taught to you. Dear student, in this, first and foremost, very important essential is a communication skill. So many times we wrongly interpret what do you mean by communication skill. Communication skills means we are saying, oh, it's a very good in English. It's not like that. It never to be. Not a very excellence, a very good accent English is not sufficient, or whichever state you are working, either if Karnataka means a proficiency in Kannada or Kerala means proficiency in Malayalam, similar way, vice versa. It's not proficiency in the language. It's ultimately the communication should be a meaningful one. What happens? A meaningful communication many times how we practice, before listen completely, we start acting. Many times we misinterpret the communication of our own colleagues or patients or patient relatives or doctors or else other team members. So the communication skill the nurse very essentially to be followed or strictly to be adhered is listen first very carefully, respond accordingly. Many times, of course, I do agree, many teachers agree with me. Before the teacher complete the sentence or instruction by the principal, students, you yourself, many times you are assuming, sir, I thought tomorrow may not be the test will be conducted. I thought tomorrow is not the last date to submit the particular assignment. I thought a sessional exam or the unit test is being announced. I thought it will be postponed. So many times we ourselves assuming, not with the fact based, with our assumption base we are working. A very good quote, always my teacher, my MSc teacher is called proudly, she is my mentor. She used to say, it's called, she is in USA, Jayanti Samuel, she always tells, as a PG student, when I was a PG student, she used to tell, assumption is the master of stupidity. Assumption is the master of stupidity. Many times, without checking the fact, without listening completely, we ourselves, this conversation might be, many times, a teacher or the, while we are meeting the student or in the staff cabin or the principal cabin, the teacher would have been instructed or would have been asking some questions. The student something irrelevantly many times asking, it's not related to the subject aspect also, non-subject also. The reason, ma'am, I wrongly interpret, I thought you mean like this, many times. So, a effective communication means, first of all, you have to, the young nurses who are going to begin your profession, you have to actively listen what the patient's asking, what the attender saying, what is the team member saying, your senior, what instruction they are giving, what is the instruction is being given by the doctors. Then you have to respond accordingly. Just I would like to convey my message with a small carry home message. It's a mantra not to chant but to act. What is that mantra word? I care to. I, myself or everyone, CARE, which is the core of our profession. I care. 2 for that numerical number 2. So let me explain. The I stands for introduce yourself. Whenever you entered patient's cabin or whenever you are providing the cabin, please introduce. Sir, I am a first year JNM student. I am first year B.SC students. I am second year. Many times, have you observed how the nurses are being given identity by a patient or patient relatives? How they are saying, who has given the tablet? Sometimes doctor asking whether insulin injection is given, administered. Yes, doctor. Who has given? A short nurse. Sometimes they will say, the nurse one is very tall. Sometimes they were giving identity to the nurses. One nurse will be there very thin, sir. Then another time they will tell one stout nurse little bit. Or sometimes the nurse is a little dark complexion. Otherwise, one nurse is there, she came very, very fair. So, it's not the patient mistake. It's a right reflection for not only for all the students, it's for all the teachers, and because we are the member of nursing professions, I say, that is the reason either you enter the patient cabin as a teacher, as an observer, as an examiner. So, after reading this, it has been my practice since 10 years. Whenever I go as an examiner, patient side I will first introduce myself. I am so and so. Please be comfortable. Just 2 minutes. I am an examiner. I have come to test that. That's all. So please give identity to that. It's very, very essential. Especially nurses, we need identity. Then only, many times we are trying to hide our names. Reason, not thinking positively. Patient, when they are going in the discharge summary or in the feedback while they are discharged, they have to write a feedback. At the time they will write nursing care is good and doctors attended on time, everything. If really they know, if you are confident enough, they will mention your 4th floor medical ward, particularly the sister so and so. For example, Renita or whatever may be, something X or Y. So they will particularly mention. Many times why we are not interested, we do want to hide our name. Sir, positively writing our name is good. Rather, I know about my quality, how much sincerely I am committing, I am working with the patient. Negatively, for example, Anakleta name. They are writing because I am saying she is my student. That's the reason I am proudly mentioning. Okay. So, sir, vice versa. Negatively, medical ward, the particular nurse, it's really not doing anything. She is not attentive. So that is a reason, dear students, many times we are not interested to reveal our name. But that's a reason we are taking a oath. We first have a self-confidence to at least bravely introduce our name. Okay, I am so and so. I have a confidence. I am professionally trained. I have a trust within me to render a quality education, to provide a care to the patient. If you have such a courage, definitely we will proudly, whenever you entered the patient cabin, you will introduce yourself. The first mantra, first word is I. I stands for introduce yourself. Either you may be a first year student, or you may be the HOD, or you may be the teacher visiting for guiding the students. The second middle word of the mantra, care. In that C stands for care as you want to be cared. What it meaning? Many times our expectation is very high, but our service is very poor. You just recall, sometime one or other occasions we would have been experienced this feeling. Either you yourself, a woman, since nursing is a female dominated profession, either for at least delivery purpose, mothers would have been admitted in the hospital. Nowadays, I hope so, there is no home delivery. So at the time, what are the things we are expecting? Doctors, what time will come, when the discharge, whether how the, though you are midwifery or you have a nursing knowledge, whenever we experience, we have anxiety, at that time, what are the things we are expecting either from the physician or from the gynecologist or from the nurse who is providing or the in charge of the ward or the matron who is coming rounds? A small, sometime our room, the intercom is not working, whenever urgently we want to call, it's not working, it's so much annoying, we get annoyed. And many times we would like to get a help, we ask the nurse, we want particular hot water or particular service. If the nurse delayed, how much we get disappointment. That's the reason the C stands for care, as you would want to be cared. Many times if a young nurses, if you don't have opportunity to admitted in the hospital, sometime you would have been accompanied with our family members, relative, kith, friends. So at the time, what are the things we are expecting? As a nurse, whenever you work, you get opportunity to provide care to the patients, you should fulfill. That's C stands for. The second, ask. I, introduce yourself. C stands for care as you would want to be cared. A stands for ask what else I do for you. You ever asked? After finishing a care, after 12 o'clock almost students will come out of the ward. Why? I finished bed making, vitals all over, all bath, everything over, doctor rounds over, everything. After 11:30 12, you might have observed, I hope so, all teachers will support. No work, sir. Teachers also don't know what to do. Student also don't know what to do with that. We ever asked? After that 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, patient also after doctor rounds, patient is very free. We ever asked, how are you? Anything else? I have to. Many times patients have lots and lots of doubts. So at least after this program, as a carry home message, you ask the patient, what else I can do? Do you want? Should I help you? Either in the knowledge or clarification of doubts, or in any way, should I help you? Please, the A stands for ask the patient what else you can do for patient. In the care, C, A over R for respect the dignity of the patient. Many times, it's not only, many times either in Indian traditions or I don't know, as a male nurse, I have been experienced since my undergraduate. A male patient is treated in a different way, a female patient is in a different way. Simple example. A boy want to touch a female patient, lot of hesitation, privacy, even with that, to keep the stethoscope on the chest, to just auscultate. She has to provide privacy with a lot of hesitation and very carefully keeping in the particular places and do the auscultation. Nothing. It's not, the dress is not removed. Just to over the regular dress or the what is it called, particular garments of the particular patient, female patient. If a male nurse want to do simple auscultation, lot of hesitation and fear and risk factors are there. You imagine vice versa. You just observe. If it's the male patient is assigned, I have witnessed plenty and plenty of times. I have been the examiner for more than 20 years. You can't say just, you just auscultate the abdomen, you just percuss the abdomen, you say with that, a female student, straightly she will go, not even simple information will not go to the male patient. She will go suddenly open all the buttons of the shirt, expose her entire big abdomen. Have you observed or not? How many of you, while you are touching the patient, ideally the ethics, the human rights says either the male or female, we must inform. In foreign and all, many have a high aspiration to go to overseas. And foreign, without touching a patient, it's illegal. It's offense. Before touching the patient, you get a consent, you should get a information, you should get a consent from the patient. Here, at least a female patient, little respect is there. Male patient, no respect. All student will be there, entire 10 girls will be there, either as medium age boy or old age. Have you observed? You look at, not even informing male patient, because male patients are rights for females, especially female nurses. Open all the buttons, immediately exposure the entire chest and abdomen, big abdomen. I have seen with that. Some people, it's a motawala, big abdomen. So many times we fail to see. It's not actually saying for the fun, reality. Many times I have observed as a student. Few times I also did. That's the reason I'm saying with that. Female patient nearly going only 100 things. Whether they will be okay, whether it's all right, so much. Male patient, nothing else. Male patient means very jolly. I'm very decently saying sometime opening the shirt. Of course not. The pant also like that only. Catheter care. Yes. In the rounds time, the teacher will come and go just to find out the patient whether it's a Foley's catheter or condom drain. Student itself, she herself will assume. That's the reason I always tells, assumption is the master of stupidity. You look at, you ask tomorrow, a patient is having urinary bag outside, you ask your patient is having Foley's catheter or condom drain, male. She herself catheter, they will tell. Then you will tell, go and check. Nothing else. Immediately she will go, remove that overcoat will be there now. She will observe and come back, then she will come and tell. See, of course I do agree with that. There is no gender. We are observing either the male or female as a patient. I am not talking with, but whenever either the male or female, the dignity to be provided, the dignity to be given. Here, in Indian traditions, we give more dignity for the females, more respect for the females. But absolutely once patient, you observe today I challenge each and every one of teacher, going, students are going, second year, third year, fourth year, just have a look. How many of your students are informing and touching the patient? How many of your students, especially men, when you come across, definitely you will laugh. Oh, that day lamp lighting ceremony, Raja sir said, male patient means students, yes, it's a real practice. So please, at least today onwards, dear student, sometime future teachers, respect the privacy and the dignity of the patients. The fourth one is empathize. If there is no empathy, there is no nursing professions. Little more, one step beyond, I'm saying, if there is no empathy, you will not be a human being. We will not be a human being only. Yes. Empathy, simple example. Have you observed? The most awaited sentence for a patient is the date of discharge. If you are admitted, you will come to know with that. You just say, after the hospitalization, after the surgery, after the second day, third day only, the patient or the patient party started asking the nurse, whichever nurse coming, Doctor, anything told discharge? Today possible? Tomorrow at least will discharge. The most awaited sentence for all patients, the date of discharge. You observe. I am a very good mind observer. I am a very good observer. The moment you go and say, doctor today told you will get discharged by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, all the formality will get over. You go on to finalize the bill. You observe the patient. Today, dear students, of course I am saying for all the teachers, my own friends and colleagues I am saying, observe the patient. Within 15 minutes, all the packing over, bag is ready, 3 o'clock get discharged. By 11 o'clock, once they receive the information, they will pack and ready. Dear teachers and students, please understand, the word is not only get rid of the financial burden. Yes, of course, though may be very rich, the financial, not only financial burden, okay, one more day means one may hospital, doctor's charge, medication, food, all the bill will be added. It's not only the discharge, the date of discharge, the time of discharge is not only financial, get rid of the financial fear. Of course, the patient, till announcing the date of discharge, the time of discharge, the patient feels she is sick, she is patient or he is patient. The moment he or she received the information from the doctor or the nurse, you got discharged, you look at the patient face, they become very, very happy. Reason, oh, I am no more sick, I am perfectly all right. Because, okay, because of my health status, I am all right only, doctor sending me to the home. You observe. So that is the reason empathize is very, very essential. And on the day of discharge, very, very important emotional feeling. So dear students, on the day discharge, if not on admission, discharge day, how earlier, how comfortably you can provide a health education, you can explain about the follow-up services, or you can talk about the patient general health situation, how to maintain the, we said in Nightingale pledge, prevent the illness, promote the health, alleviate the sufferings, all the things, you just spend the time and do with that. The last numerical 2, at least every day 2 minutes, you sit with the patient. Students will tomorrow while going rounds, they will sit near. Chief guest Raja sir came, he only told 2 minutes, don't stand, sit with the patient. It's just sit in the sense, stay with the patient. I am correction. Tomorrow you will misuse my name. That's what. Every day at least 2 minutes you stay with your patient side. I have seen many students morning to evening without entering patient cabin or the room, attending any patient only, completing the postings. I have a very good. So that is the reason, as a carry home message, the word, a Taraka mantra, not to chant but to act. I care too. For every success of the man, there is a woman. It's a olden words. Every success of the doctor or every success of the hospital, there is a nurse. It's a golden rule. The physician treat the disease, but the nurse treat the patient. If there is no care, there is no cure. Dear students, please love your profession like your perfection. Patient with your patients, polite with their relatives. Caution in the situation, be courageous in your decision. Remember your duty as you worry about your beauty. Tender in your touch, technology no need too much. Adjust with your colleagues or join with your team. Refresh the oath, reshape your path. Serve our nation, strive to be a goodness. Thank you. Wish you very all the best. Once again, I thank the organizers and the principal and the team for giving me the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your motivational words.
With immense pleasure, I invite Professor Pradeepa M., Principal Srinivas Institute of Nursing Sciences, to present your memento to our chief guest as a token of love and gratitude.
you, sir and madam. Thank you is the best prayer that anyone could say. Thank you expresses extreme gratitude, humility, understanding, and attracts more things to be grateful for. Now I call upon Professor Shanti Renita Morris, HOD OBJ Department, to spring the words of gratitude.
We learn about gratitude and humility, that so many people had a hand in our success, by Michelle Obama. Respected dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, dear colleagues, all dear students, a warm good morning to all gathered here. On this auspicious occasion of lamp lighting ceremony of 22nd batch of B.SC nursing students and 20th batch of GNM students, with immense cheerfulness stand here to propose a vote of thanks. On this special day, I gratefully thank Dr. Shri C.A. Raghavendra Rao, Honorable Chancellor, Srinivas University and President A. Shamarao Foundation, Mangaluru, for his blessings for the success of this program. Thank you, sir. I owe a huge gratitude to Dr. Raja A., Principal, Unity Academy of Education, College of Nursing, Mangaluru, for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest of the today's function. Thank you, sir, for sharing the flame of light and pledging the oath to the budding Florence Nightingales. Your words will be taken into consideration by our young students to face the upcoming challenges positively and excel to highest level in this noble profession. Thank you, sir. I extend my sincere thanks to Professor Pradeepa M., Principal, Srinivas Institute of Nursing Sciences and A. Shamarao Foundation, A. Shamarao Nursing School, Mangalore. He is a backbone for us to organize this program and always guiding us for the success of this program. Thank you, sir. I also thank Professor Roshan B., HOD of Pediatric Nursing, for working with us for the success of this program. Thank you, sir. I extend my thanks to Jayaprakash, Head of Department of Psychiatry, for your support for the completion of this program. Thank you, sir. I owe my thanks to first year B.SC Nursing coordinators, Mrs. Rita Sarita D'Souza and Miss Anjali, and GNM Nursing coordinators, Mrs. Caroline and Miss Renita, for training students and making this program a successful one. Thank you all. I extend my thanks to all my teaching and non-teaching faculty members for your unceasing assistance and commitment in every step for the success of this program. You have put all your positive energy for the successful completion of the respected task. Thank you all. I am indeed grateful to the technical staff and their team of SIT for all facilities provided to make the event a successful one. Thank you all. It is very much indeed to express thanks to all the senior students who have worked hard towards the success of the program. Students, this kind of challenges will help all-round development of your personality. Thank you all the students. I thank dear first year students who have taken the place today. May the mighty blessing shower upon you. May the light of the lamp you lit today take you in the right path. The oath you have placed today, may make you more cultured and disciplined in your professional life. May the best be with you always. Wish you all the best, dear students. Well, coming to the end, I would like to thank all the known and unknown hands that contributed for the success of this program. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, madam. Now I request principal to escort the dignitaries of the days for the photo session.
ಫೋಟೋ ಕಟ್ಟಿಯಾನೆ. ಅಲ್ಲ 26 to 50ಗೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತಿದೆ. Next roll number 51 to 51, 25, 25. 51, 75. Mine is not like coloring Sunday. Here we have come to an end of today's formal program. I request all to kindly rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
The cultural program will begin sharp at 2 p.m. in this hall. Kindly be present.
Lunch is arranged in Srinivas Institute of Nursing Sciences at first floor for first year B.SC and GNM students. I request all the staffs and the students to go and have their lunch and kindly help yourself. Other students are requested to have their lunch in hostel and be present sharp at 2 p.m. in this hall for the cultural program.
I, Pravina Rodriguez, signing off today's program. Thank you all. Have a nice day.